Folks, welcome back. This one goes out to all the evil investors out there, the scalping scum, the shills. Pokey, we see you, dirty little shill, shilling up this hobby, making the collectibles too expensive for the rest of us. Awful, awful people. Everyone thinks that this is all about Pokemon cards. It's all about collecting the cards. It's all about playing the game. It's not. I am here to explore and expose the massive lie that is being spread around the hobby right now by all the whiners and complainers that they're upset that they can't play the card game or collect the cards. They're lying to you, and I'm going to prove it. Right now, as people are complaining they can't find Pokemon cards at MSRP, you can log on the Pokemon Center right now and order 4-year-old sets like Battle Styles and Vivid Voltage. You can buy as many as you want. The site won't crash. There's no mad dash for them. Why aren't you buying them? Why aren't you buying them? I thought all you wanted was to find packs at MSRP in the wild. There it is. Walk into any LGS around the country, any local game store. If they carry these products, I promise you, they'll have as many as you want available. No one will be fighting over them, and they'll be extremely cheap, probably barely over what distribution charges them, if not under, because they're just trying to move the trash. Theme decks, battle academies, battle decks. You can play all the Pokemon what you want. You can play all the Pokemon TCG you want, very cheap prices, under MSRP most of the time at most shops. Go buy some theme decks. Go buy some battle decks. Go buy some battle academies and sit there and play your heart out all day long. Guess what? You can even collect the cards, put them in the binders, collect your artists that you like, collect the Pokemon you like, the type you like. You can do anything you want. There are people around the hobby right now willing to just give out bulk for free. They'll give you commons, uncommons, rares, holo rares for free. You can go on, eBay or Amazon and buy these lots for pennies on the dollar of what it would cost you to open the cards. This tells everybody it has nothing to do with collecting cards. It's got nothing to do with playing the game. You can go buy Shrouded Fable right now under MSRP. You can still find Pokemon Go for MSRP. People don't want it. Why not? Because they want what they can't have. They want what you have. That's all it comes down to. They don't actually care about playing the game. They don't actually care about collecting the cards. Honestly, if you break down the most competitive decks in Pokemon right now, and you take off all the gold versions and the alt-art versions, the SIR versions, and you dumb it down to the actual cards you really need to build that deck and make it the exact same deck, it's just not as flashy. This is a very cheap hobby, people. Very cheap. If you want to go open the sets that other people do not want, it's very cheap to open packs still. The packs are $4 and $5. The only reason people are complaining is because too many people want the same thing. Why do you think 99% of all the cards in the Pokemon hobby are less than $10 or $20? The commons, the uncommons, the rares, the holo rares, the regular EXs, Vs, GXs, right? All that stuff. Why do you think it's all so freaking cheap? Because nobody else wants it. They all want the Umbreons. They want the Greninjas. They want the Magikarps. They want the Garatinas. They want the Gengars. List goes on and on. Why do you think those cards are so expensive? Because everybody freaking wants them. So it's not about there's not any cards to go around. There's no packs or products to go around. No, they're out there. There's all the cards you need to play the game at a very, very cheap rate. There's all the cards you need to collect and build binders of your favorite Pokemon, favorite artists, favorite types, whatever it is. The only thing there's not out there are the packs that they want because they're expensive because everyone else freaking wants them. Or the cards they want that aren't out there at a cheap price because everyone else freaking wants them. And what's funny about that is they'll say, oh, it's all about the art, Alex, the art. Guys, there are plenty of great art cards, great artists out there that have cards under $10, under $2, under $1, but nobody wants them because no one else wants them. That's all this hobby is people only want what they can't have. Why do you think people want black labels or pristine 10s or PSA 10s when the card is a freaking $5 card, but people are paying $100 because it's in a PSA 10 slab, or they're paying $1,000 because it's in a pristine or a black label slab? Why do you think that is? They want what others can't have because it's hard to get. Why do you think people want the Umbreon VMAX, the Moonbreon? Because it's 1 out of 1,800 or whatever packs. They don't want the card that's 1 out of every pack or 1 out of every 3 packs or 10 packs. They don't want that card because everyone else can own it. And we've seen this time and time again when the hobby goes through droughts. 2022, 2023, product was endless. It was everywhere, below MSRP. All the cards were getting cheap again. Where were all the buyers? I would guess 90% of the people in this hobby right now complaining about it, complaining that it's too expensive, complaining the cards and the packs are too much. They won't even be here in a year or 2 years. They'll be gone because they were all gone after 2021 when everything got cheap in 2022. They were nowhere to be found anymore. Where were all the true collectors? Where were all the players at when they could get endless amounts of these cards? Suddenly, they no longer wanted them. Why is that? It goes back to what I said. This entire hobby is about wanting things other people have that you don't. It is about wanting things that other people can't have. And if other people have them, you're angry at them. But they never turn the mirror on themselves. Well, what do you mean, Alex? I don't do anything unjust or immoral. You don't have a collection? Well, yeah, but I don't see things in terms of finance and dollar signs. Have you ever traded any cards? Have you ever, sold any cards to buy other things you wanted? Well, yeah, but I don't care. I just want more Pokemon. It's Pokemon for Pokemon. That's fair. Okay, whether you like it or not, whether you want to see the dollar signs are always there. Why do you think the pack ripping channels, right? Oh, the purest form of content in the community. Why do you think they all have little pop-ups every time they pull a card and it says, $20 hit, $100 hit, $8 hit? Why do you think they have that? Because people are worried about the freaking cost of the cards. If they weren't, and they truly were all about the art, you would not have people collecting the cards that they are. It's just the way it is. The reason people open packs is to pull the chase card, right? People are not opening packs to pull the uncommon, card they wanted. They're trying to chase the freaking Umbreon, right? They're trying to chase the Magikarp or the Giratina or the Gengar. Insert any hit card you want. And this is the lie, the gigantic lie that is being spread across the entire hobby right now is everyone is just mad that the packs are unavailable and the cards are too expensive. No, they're mad at certain sets being unavailable and certain cards being too expensive because a lot of the Scarlet Violet era boxes are still under MSRP. They're under $161. Again, their Sword and Shield box is still at MSRP on the Pokemon Center right now. Right? We've got the majority of every card in the hobby very affordable for anyone's budget. We have got theme decks, battle academies out there for anyone to play and enjoy the trading card game. But you got to have the best deck out there and you got to have the flashiest cards. You got to have the best collection. You got to have the binder that everyone else wants. That's all I got to say, guys. Think about these things before you buy in to all the BS that all the whiners and complainers are perpetrating all across the hobby and these content creators are crying about in their videos. Think about that. And then ask them, anyone making videos like that, ask them, by the way, do you own any Pokemon cards? Do you own any sealed product? Do you own any PSA 10 or CGC Pristine or Beckett Black Label or Pristine slabs? Do you? Why do you own those? Do you care about the value too? Have you ever sold a Pokemon card? Have you ever sold a sealed product after it rose in value? Why would you do that? It's not about the money. It's about the collection. Guys, stop throwing stones when you're doing the same exact freaking thing. That's all I got to say. Subscribe if you're not. Be back in a new one soon. I'm out.